configuration worksheet is the central location in which you can plan, track, and perform your configuration work. You can create a configuration worksheet for each company that you are working with, or create a standard configuration worksheet that can be used for configuring multiple identical companies. The first step in preparing a configuration package is to select a company that you have already set up and modified to suit most of your solution needs. This company serves as the baseline for your configuration work on new companies. In the worksheet, you designate the tables that you want your configuration to control and handle. Since most tables in the Business Central have relationships and dependencies to other tables, you should also include those related tables as necessary. Together, these tables will then serve as the structure around which you will build a new company. Subsequent steps helps you package and then deploy your configuration. In this exercise, I will further complete the company configuration setup with business data. I will start by copying postcodes and shipment methods from the default CRONUS company. So now I will go to the configuration worksheet. Configuration worksheet. And in the configuration worksheet, I'm going to set up some kind of configuration for this worksheet. This configuration will allow me to be able to bring in certain information into the new company, predefined information. So I'm going to use group first. That is, I want to group the information that I want to bring in. So for this group name, I will call it General Setup. So next, I'm going to click on Table, and here I'm going to click here, and I will search for the table. Now, one thing about table is that every table in the Business Central or in Dynamics 365 contains both table names and table ID. So anytime you want to reference any table, if you remember the table ID, just enter the table ID, or if you don't know the table ID, you can easily come to this object and search for the name of the table, and it will bring out the table and the ID of that particular table. In this case, now what I'm looking for is a table known as a postcode. Table known as postcode is ID 225. So if I enter ID 225 here, it will still have work. Now the second table is the shipment method. So I'm going to search for the shipment method. The ID is 10. So I'll click OK. Now that I have these two tables that will be part of this configuration worksheet, what exactly do I want to use these two tables to achieve? Now, what I want to do exactly is that I want to have some kind of data from the other company. For example, let's say you've already set up some kind of information on the other companies like postcode, and you've already added some other postcodes. Also for the shipment method, you've already added some other shipment method, and you don't want to be configuring them all over again here. You can easily use this configuration worksheet to bring them from that same company. So what I will be doing here is that I'm going to use the configuration worksheet to bring the information of postcode in the CRONUS database and shipment method in the CRONUS database. I'm going to bring the entire information, the entire data into the postcode and shipment method of the CRONUS Limited. So what I will do now is I will now go to the prepare and I will click on the copy data from company button. So if I click on it right now, from here, I have opportunity to select either CRONUS International Limited Company or Thesis Solution. Now, the company I want to use is actually CRONUS International Limited. But hey, there is no table showing here, or it's not giving me any signal that is ready to copy any data. Because it's supposed to show me that these two tables that I pick here, the zip code or the postcode and the shipment method that I want to copy data to, contains also number of record from where I'm copying it from the CRONUS International Limited. But I'm not getting that information here. The reason for that is that the postcode table and the shipment method table that is inside this particular company, that is this CRONUS Limited, contains data. Now, because it contains data, I cannot copy data from another company inside of it. It can only work if those two tables are empty. So there are rules here. So the first rule is that the table that you are copying data to must be empty. The second rule is that the table that you are copying data from the other company must contain data, must have data inside. So these are the two major rules that govern this idea of copying data from another company. So what I will do now is that I will go to the postcode in the CRONUS Limited. So I will search postcode in the CRONUS Limited, and as you can see, it does contain some data. So I will click on all the data and I will delete all the data. Then I will go back again and look for shipment methods, and I will do the same thing. Now the two of them now do not have any data. Now let us go to the other company where I want to copy the data from, and that is the CRONUS. So I will click here and I will select the CRONUS International Limited. I will switch to the CRONUS International Limited company. Then I will go to the shipment method here. As you can see, it contains data. Now I'll go to the postcode. As you can see, it also contains some data. Now there's something I want you to see. Now this particular postcode, for example, if I type NG, it's going to give me all the postcode that are Nigeria in terms of country or region. Now I have just 4, and we have other cities that are not here. The most populous city in Nigeria is Lagos, and it's not in this list. So what I will do now is I'm going to click this new, and I will type NG hyphen 100001, and that is the postcode for Lagos. And I will type Lagos, and as for the country or region, I'm going to type Nigeria, and that's it. So from this CRONUS International Limited now, I can set up a lot of things, and I can now use the configuration worksheet to bring them into my CRONUS Limited. So I'll go back now to the Contoso Limited. So I'll switch to Contoso Limited again. And in the Contoso Limited, I'm going to search for the configuration worksheet. Then I will now go back to the prepare and I will click again, copy data from company button. And as you can see now, you see, it's saying now that the postcode table contains how many records? 372 records. And as for the shipment method table, it contains how many records? 15 records. Now, if I go to the testing solutions, what do I have? Postcode contains what? 371. So it simply shows now that that's a new postcode that I added, the one for Lagos, is the reason why this one is what? 372. So at this point now, I'll make sure that I select the two of them. So I want to copy data from both postcode and shipment method table in the CRONUS International Limited Company into my Contoso Limited company. So I'll click copy data and I will say yes, and I will say okay. At this point, if I now go back now and search for postcode, then say I have the data. Let me search for that Lagos. Remember, we have Lagos, right? Let's look for it. Look at it. Lagos. Let's search for the NG. How many are they? They are now 5. So every information from the CRONUS International Limited Company has been copied into this particular company. I mean the postcode table information that we have inside the CRONUS International Limited has been copied to the Contoso Limited business companies. So I will go back and confirm the one for the shipment method, and no, the same thing. And that is how you can make use of configuration worksheets. Thank you for watching. If you like what you saw, consider subscribing to this channel. Please let me know what you think in the comment section, and do not forget to leave a like and share this video. See you in the next one.